They're guiding, motivating, and inspiring young women across South Florida. We'll meet the brains behind this one-of-a-kind program up next on Comcast Newsmakers.
Bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Welcome back to Newsmakers. It's about helping young girls develop self-esteem and the skills to turn obstacles into opportunities. Here to explain how they do it is this hour's newsmaker, Jennifer Valoppi, from Women of Tomorrow Mentor and Scholarship Program. And thank you very much for joining us. Jennifer, of course, South Florida market knows you well. For years and years, you've been on NBC6.
Thanks for calling me the brains behind Women of Tomorrow. Nobody's called me that for a while.
But this is a passion of yours, and now you actually left Channel 6. You're spending a lot of time on this.
Yeah, well, actually, I started it back in 1997, and it really dates back to when I was in college, and psychology of women was one of my specialties. And the research was very consistent in that it showed that the problem with real equality between men and women was not that men felt that women were unequal. The problem was women felt that women were unequal. And compounding the whole issue was that women who did make it to the top liked being the only one there and didn't want to do anything to help other young women along. That was something that troubled me my whole career. For the many years that I was in television, I always tried to mentor young people, whether they were, men or women. And when I had the opportunity to start Women of Tomorrow, which I felt was a very unique organization. Don Browne, who was then our general manager at NBC6 in those days, now at Telemundo, the CEO, he and I put it together, and it was really based on some very basic philosophies of mine that we would mentor small groups of young women in our public high schools, at-risk girls, and that we would bring in some of the most accomplished professional women in South Florida to do it, because sometimes just by realizing the possibilities that are out there, that in itself is motivating.
Has it made a difference?
I think it's made a tremendous difference. If you talk to our girls, it's made a tremendous difference in their lives. It's even made a tremendous difference in the lives of our mentors as well, and all of us that are associated with the program.
The difference before and after is they have more self-confidence?
Well, one of the things we did the very first year, and this goes back to 1997 when we first started to mentor, I felt that, and having a little research in my background in college, I felt that if we were going to ask really busy women to go out and take time out of their schedule and mentor these groups of young women, that we needed to know we were actually accomplishing something. Otherwise, it was a waste of everybody's time. And so, and we're also taking the girls out of classes during school, and we wanted to make sure that we were really doing something. So what we did was we did a self-esteem measurement at the beginning of the school year and the end of the school year. And when we started to do this, the psychologist that we brought in, Dr. Lana Stern, had said, you're crazy. There's no way in such a short period of time you're going to actually see a difference. But we did find a statistically significant difference in the self-esteem of the young girls from the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year that we attribute to
Jennifer,
this.
I'd be amazing if I ended this program without asking, do you miss being on the air? You are on the air every night on NBC6.
Right. Well, I left the station at the end of the year. I've been doing television for 25 years now. Difficult as that is to believe. I was a child when I got in.
Only 3.
And, I'm not missing it at this point because I'm very busy. I'm writing a book right now that's been a great passion of mine for a while, and I'm kind of finishing it up soon, hopefully. And I'm having great fun with that. And I'm also been back and forth between New York and LA and getting into some of the old television programming that I used to do. So
looking at some of the possibilities for the future?
Yeah,
Are we going to see Jennifer Valoppi on the air pretty soon?
Well, I think so. Probably not in a local capacity doing news anymore, but I think, hopefully doing something. We'll see.
You're going to surprise us, right? Okay, well, thank you very much. This hour's newsmaker has been Jennifer Valoppi discussing the Women of Tomorrow program. I'm Spiro Canton. Thanks for joining us.
The preceding has been a presentation of Comcast Newsmakers. And now, back to CNN Headline News.